Before emperors wore golden crowns, before Rome ruled the world, there was a republic, powerful, complex, and fragile. Born from rebellion, it promised freedom from kings. But centuries later, it would fall, consumed by ambition, inequality, and civil war. This is the story of the Roman Republic. Its rise, its glory, and its fall. How did a kingdom turn into a republic? Rome's story begins not with senators or Caesars, but with kings. According to legend, the last of Rome's kings, Tarquin the Proud, was overthrown in 509 BCE. He was cruel and arrogant, and after his son committed a brutal crime against a noble woman named Lucretia, the people rose in fury. Rome swore, never again would one man hold absolute power. In place of monarchy, they created a republic. Power was shared between two consuls, elected each year, and advised by a senate of patricians. Rome's aristocracy. But there was a problem. The common people, known as plebeians, had no voice. They couldn't vote on laws, hold high office, or defend their rights in court. That changed slowly, through struggle and protest. The plebeians fought for and won the right to elect their own leaders. The tribunes, they secured written laws in the 12 tables, and over time gained access to nearly all positions in government. Rome had built a system designed to avoid tyranny. But would it survive power, wealth, and war? How did Rome become a superpower? And what did it cost? At first, Rome was just one city among many in Italy. But its armies were disciplined, its citizens loyal, and its ambitions endless. By the 3rd century BCE, Rome controlled most of the Italian peninsula. Then came a new challenge. Carthage, a wealthy city across the sea in North Africa. The Punic Wars followed, some of the most brutal conflicts in ancient history. In the Second Punic War, the Carthaginian general Hannibal invaded Italy with war elephants, winning battles and terrifying the Roman world. But Rome adapted, and in the end, it won. Carthage was destroyed in 146 BCE. Rome was now the dominant power in the Western Mediterranean. Victory brought wealth, territory, and new problems. Conquered lands were divided among the elite. Huge estates, worked by slaves, replaced small farms. Displaced farmers flooded the city, unemployed and angry. Meanwhile, Rome's government, designed for a small city, was straining under the weight of an empire. The republic was powerful, but unstable. Can a republic survive without equality? The cracks widened. In 133 BCE, Tiberius Gracchus, a tribune of the people, proposed reforms. Redistribute land to the poor, strengthen the middle class, limit the power of the elite. The Senate saw him as a threat, and had him killed. His brother Gaius Gracchus tried again, and met the same fate. This was a turning point. Politics in Rome had become violent. Assassination replaced debate. And then came the generals. Gaius Marius reformed the army, recruiting landless citizens. They served for pay, and for promises of land. But now, soldiers were loyal not to the Republic, but to their commanders. Soon, the Republic faced civil wars, driven by power-hungry men. One of them, Sulla, marched his army into Rome itself. A first in Roman history. He seized power, ruled as dictator, and executed his enemies. Though he eventually stepped down, the message was clear. In Rome, might was beginning to replace law. Who could stop Julius Caesar? Into this fractured world stepped 3 powerful men. Julius Caesar, a rising general, Pompey the Great, a celebrated war hero, and Crassus, the richest man in Rome. Together, they formed the first triumvirate, an unofficial alliance to control the Republic from behind the scenes. But alliances don't last forever. Crassus died in battle. Pompey turned against Caesar, and Caesar, after conquering Gaul, refused to surrender his army. In 49 BCE, he crossed the Rubicon River. It was an act of war. Civil war erupted. Caesar defeated Pompey, took control of Rome, and was appointed dictator for life. He reformed the calendar, settled veterans, and passed laws to help the poor, but many feared he was becoming a king in all but name. On the Ides of March 44 BCE, a group of senators, including his friend Brutus, stabbed him to death. They believed they were saving the Republic. Instead, they lit the final match. When exactly did the Republic die? After Caesar's assassination, Rome plunged into chaos once again. Mark Antony and Octavian, Caesar's adopted son, joined forces to defeat his killers. Then they turned on each other. Octavian won a final, decisive victory at the Battle of Actium in 31 BCE. He became the unchallenged ruler of Rome. And in 27 BCE, the Senate gave him a new title, Augustus. Officially, the Republic still existed. Elections continued. The Senate still met. But real power rested with Augustus alone. The Roman Empire had begun, and the Republic, though never formally abolished, was dead in all but name. What did the Republic leave behind? More than ruins and records. It gave us the idea of checks and balances. Elected officials ruled by law, not by kings. It also left a warning that even the most ambitious and idealistic systems can be destroyed. Not by enemies, but from within. Within us. Thank you for listening to Echoes and Atoms. If you enjoyed this story, subscribe for more deep dives into the histories and sciences that shaped our world. Because the past isn't just behind us,